Hello everyone, welcome to Just Invest Today, and today we have a good topic. We're talking about the potential ban of Bitcoin. Guys, the Chinese government is starting to regulate Bitcoin, or is going to. And then on top of that, the US government is talking about regulation of Bitcoin, and we knew this was coming. We had a warnings from people like Ray Dalio, people like Phil Town. I think even Bill Ackman may have said a few things about Bitcoin. Guys, they do not want people to come into the market, use Bitcoin as another kind of digital currency that they are not able to regulate or handle. This is all about control for me, for the government. The government wants to control all the different type of currencies. And this is going to be a potential for a huge another currency coming into the market. And they need control of this because they want the money from Bitcoin or whatever it is, right? So they're going to try to regulate it. They might even ban it. So guys, let's get into this article because we can see where this is heading. This is just the start. Where is this going to head? Because guys, we know that the people, us, we're trying to protect our money, our currency, but the government doesn't want that pretty much. They just want you to protect your currency or take advantage of it because they know they're printing money and inflation risk and all those types of risks. And the people see that, so people are getting into Bitcoin very fast because they understand that hedge for that risk. So let's see what the China is talking about with regulation and what the US government is talking about regulation. I want to get this down and unpack this. So why China cracked down on Bitcoin? So China just cracked down on privately mined cryptocurrency, and we saw the market for Bitcoin fall down a cliff. In an international context of economic instability due to continuing virus pandemic, skyrocketing commodity prices, geopolitical tensions, People's Bank of China has emphasized its orientation toward financial, employment, trade, and investment stability. Another major tenet of Chinese financial policy has been an emphasis on finance serving the real economy. Cryptocurrencies have shown enormous volatility in recent months and a growth trend that suggests a bubble. The value of Bitcoin has risen 300% over the last 12 months. The European Central Bank has warned of cryptocurrency bubble that has outgrown the comparable financial bubbles in history, including the tulip mania in the 17th century. So this was honestly the same reason, or kind of the same excuse they use for the anti-monopoly companies like Baba, JD.com, Tencent, right? They're saying that, or Ant Financial, they're saying that they're becoming too big, they're too unregulated. Ant Financial is causing a bubble in the market. People are just lending money, just growing their all that debt, and they're not it's not backed by any secure funding. So you can just see this again. They're saying that this cryptocurrency is creating a huge bubble in the market and it's gonna come crashing down soon. Do you guys believe what they're saying? Do you guys believe that? Remember, the tulip mania happened when people were just buying something. I think they're just buying tulips, right? And they're selling tulips for a higher and higher and higher in price until eventually people didn't want it. Do you think Bitcoin right now is in the bubble? It's at the peak of interest. Do you think 5 years from now people are going to be just as excited about Bitcoin as they are today? I don't know. Maybe. We don't know. But I'm just saying, right now, Bitcoin was on fire in 2020. You saw everything was on fire. Bitcoin, SPACs, NFTs, all of that was on fire. Is that sustainable? Do they have a case that this bubble will pop in the future, which will crash Bitcoin at an extreme rate because it already went up 300%? So they're saying they got to protect the markets, protect the stability of the country. Do you think that's just all talk so they can regulate Bitcoin? Because we already know the Chinese government is coming up with their own coin or their own digital currency, but that comes with regulation. So they're trying to say that they're not going to create a bubble because they're able to regulate it. So tell me what you think. Do you believe that, or they're just trying to make a way for us to not be able to invest in Bitcoin so they can actually get that money with their own, pretty much their own currency, their own digital currency, because we know China is working on that. So aiming for stability in the financial architecture that has geared towards supporting rather than dominating the real economy. It should come as no major surprise that Chinese authorities have restricted cryptocurrencies in order to prevent an economic shock if the bubble bursts. And guys, I didn't even notice that China is producing and mining most of the cryptocurrencies. So guys, if China is mining a majority of these cryptocurrencies and then the government decides to ban it or heavily regulate it, we saw this with Baba and Tencent and all these companies. So what if they actually really put pressure, because the CCP can really put pressure on the Bitcoin? How is this going to affect the Bitcoin market? Because if most of the mining is in China, they said 2/3 of the mining is in China of Bitcoin. That's a huge demand that's going to drop like crazy, because people in China are not going to be able to buy it or invest in it, or it's going to be heavily regulated. So how is that going to affect Bitcoin in the future? So you got to think about those risks if you're investing in Bitcoin. So let's go to the U.S. Treasury now. U.S. Treasury calls for a stricter cryptocurrency compliance with the IRS's post-tax invasion risk. So they're saying that people are investing in Bitcoin, invading their taxes. So you put your money in Bitcoin, and then you don't have to pay the government when you cash out, because the government hasn't really been able to actually regulate Bitcoin, and it's a way that you can kind of evade your taxes, and this is what they're claiming. So this is just to set the stone, the groundwork to place in heavy restrictions for Bitcoin. So guys, are you worried about this? Are you going to be selling your Bitcoin, buying more, because they know there's going to be a stronger demand, since it's like people usually go against that grain? So if you say you're going to ban something, people are going to be like, no, and they're going to continue to buy more, preparing for that. So what do you guys think? The U.S. Federal Reserve Chief Jerome Powell turned up the heat on cryptocurrencies on Thursday, saying they pose a risk to financial stability. You hear it again. The same thing with China. Are they working together to find out an idea? And indicating the greater regulation of increasingly popular electronic currency may be warranted. Guys, this is coming down the pipeline. What's your strategy to help deal with this? Or are you just going to get into different coins or different investment vehicles? The Treasury Department, meanwhile, flagged its concerns that wealthy individuals could use the largely unregulated sector to avoid tax, and said it wanted big crypto asset transfers reported to authorities. The back-to-back announcements came in a week when Bitcoin, the most popular cryptocurrency, took a wild ride, falling as much as 30% on Wednesday after China announced new curbs on the sector, underscoring the volatility of the sector. Guys, we can just see where Bitcoin was at. 58,000. Can you imagine if you actually put your money like right here, 50,000, 58,000, and then you saw this huge crash in Bitcoin all the way to 37,000, guys. Man, so we see that Bitcoin is taking a tumble. Guys, is this going to be a trend? Is it going to continue taking a tumble? Is it going to be regulated? Is the Chinese government really going to stop Bitcoin? Because remember, 2/3 of mining of Bitcoin is in China. So if they stop that market, how is that going to affect the producing Bitcoin and actually buying Bitcoin? Or is it going to be even worth buying Bitcoin at that point? Talk to me, guys. What do you guys think about this news story? What's happening with Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin still the future? Is it going to be regulated? Or is the government just all lip service right now? They're just talking. They're unable to do that because people kind of use Bitcoin as an escape. So you're not tracking us, you're not regulating the currency, you're not screwing with the amount you can imprint and stuff like that, like they do with your regular currency. So talk to me. What do you guys think? So guys, if you liked this video, like it, subscribe to my channel. I'll get back to you in the next video. Peace.